Okay. I think we're going live. Let me go to my and put it up on my iPad real quick just to have a monitor on here, but I think we're good to go. So give me 2 more seconds. Sorry for the delay. Was trying to get this whole thing set up last minute. So let's see. It's live on your end. You can see everything. All right, perfect. All right, cool. So as I start pulling this stuff up, here, let me actually go back to Discord. I'm gonna stop stream just so everybody can see us full screen here. So thank you everybody for joining us on this last minute stream. I know we kind of put it together this morning, but we wanted to go and kind of go through all the entries that we got, just kind of celebrate and walk through some of these entries with you guys so you guys can see everything. We're not going to be judging on the fly. This is strictly for us to just kind of go through, see a lot of the entries here that we have. But I want to get started by introducing everybody here on the stream. So I'll get started by introducing EJ, which is my I don't even know what you want to call it, co-founder, co-host on the stream here. Yeah, something like that. But we have EJ on the stream. I don't know if you want to say a few words. No one. Oh, one one second, EJ. You went through that whole spiel. Everybody's saying that you're muted. So let me go through. Actually, no, that's my fault. It's this stupid
Man,
OBS thing. Yeah, my fault. My
I just
fault.
gave the best speech I've
I know. I'm like
been.
you're. All right, say something again.
Okay. I just
Uh,
basically just told you the secrets of the universe, but you couldn't hear it.
All right, can you guys
Um,
hear him now? This should be good. I'm seeing it on my audio levels here.
okay. Yeah. Can you hear
Everybody,
me?
give a thumbs up if you can hear EJ, or let us know in the comments there.
I'll do a shorter spiel next
All
time.
right, they said there we go. All right, you
Okay.
could go through your whole 10 minute
Yep, yep, yep,
10 minute spiel again.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, no, this has been incredible. We were just joking about how we probably could have done a better job promoting this stuff like that, doing more live streams and all that stuff. But pretty blown away by the response. We got close to like 100 entries, and like blown away by the quality of work. It's been pretty incredible, and definitely been cool to hear all the stories. uh, I know a bunch of people have reached out saying that this gave them the inspiration to and the drive to finally jump into Unreal, and that's incredible. And really, that's the whole reason why we kind of put this together, anyways, is to do just that, to inspire people, inspire me to get off my butt and learn it as well. Um, I'd actually be interested at a future date to ask people how they got on with their first foray into Unreal and stuff like that. So maybe that's a future stream. But yeah, just really appreciative of all the work done. Like I know Winbush, you put a lot of work into this and doing these live streams and doing these to record that dual tutorial we did a couple months ago. Like that was definitely a bunch of hours spent trying to put that together multiple times. My audio wasn't working; it was messed up. We had to do it again. Um, so yeah, I just appreciate everyone out there. all of our sponsors, of course, as well. Like it's been incredible to get the support from Puget, who supported me outside of this as well. I'm using a Puget system as we speak right now. They helped me get into PC land, which was pretty scary at first, but Puget really guided me along. So I love them. And Leia, of course, with Marlon, been incredible supporting artists, and excited to collaborate more with Marlon. And then, of course, our lovely friends over at Maxon, always been supporting us from the start. And then Pixel Lab, of course, been great with the community, always up to support anything any artist is doing in the industry. And then, of course, Epic, because we got those Epic credits as well. So really thankful for everyone, and that'll be my spiel.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody caught it. 'Cause I know we didn't have them on for the initial stream, but we did add Pixel Labs and Epic Games as official sponsors to the contest. So I know I put it out on like Twitter and Instagram, but if you're not following on there and this is new to you, we do have prizes from Pixel Labs, which they're generously giving us the option to let the winner pick anything that they want from their storefront there. So they have a huge texture library for Redshift, Octane, Arnold. They have a bunch of like VDB packs. There's a whole plethora of different stuff on there. So I would go to the Pixel Labs, just kind of check out their website and see what they have. And then of course Epic Games, they came in and they sponsoring us with, I don't know what you would call it. They said like $1,000, but I guess it's like $1,000 worth of store credit. So that would be in USD, but whatever that translates into we were able to divvy that up between first, second, and third place. And so you'll get points on the marketplace that you could use to buy any assets on the marketplace as well. And so to get it rolling, I'm going to go, it looks like you're above me, right? I got Kelly from Puget Systems. Is there any words you want to say real quick?
I just introduce myself real quick. So I'm Kelly Shipman. I'm the basically the 3D content creation and real-time engine expert at Puget Systems. So I do all the benchmarking for any kind of workflow that takes 3D applications to figure out what kind of hardware works best with those applications. And then I publish articles saying so anyone can find out what kind of hardware they need to have for whatever workflow they're doing. And also the reason I'm there is because I spent 10 plus years in the game industry as artist and as quality assurance. Was an environment artist for a long time, and then kind of moved over to Puget to take more of a technical role.
All right, sorry, I was looking at the comments. They're saying that everybody but me is super low, so I'm going to go through the filters here and try to raise up the dBs here. But Marlon, do you want to introduce yourself? Marlon from Leia.
Raise it up. What up, everybody? My name is Marlon Fuentes, representing Leia, social and community manager. And I just want to big up the community one time for all of your passion and for participating in this awesome challenge. Big up all the other sponsors involved. We're really here to support you, and we can't wait to see all of these amazing entries. Leia Inc. is developing the world's leading 3D light field technology, and we're on a mission to power every screen with 3D capability. So if you're interested in that, holler at your boy. I'm here. You can follow me and Leia at Leia Inc. Marlon Creative on most platforms, and just want to give a shout out, big up to EJ and Winbush for holding it down and putting on this amazing contest. Happy to be here.
Awesome. And I don't know if it's something I did or if you're just a loudspeaker, Marlon, but everybody says the audio is up now. So I think we're in the
Goldilocks zone now.
I think so. I don't know. OBS is weird. Like I was saying before, like I like the Twitch setup better because their studio, goes directly into Twitch, but we're doing YouTube. So still trying to figure out how these audio levels work on OBS, but looks like we're in a good spot now.
Sponsorship.
Yeah. If Twitch would only sponsor me, Well, I do. I guess I got the Twitch dollars or whatever, right? But it's like, I don't know. I don't make that much on there. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to share my screen. So let me see. Screen 1. And let me know if you guys can see it, because it's not. Let me see.
I can see it.
Cool.
see it.
So yeah, I have my folder here full of all the entries here. So I think I was able to, like, I know we still have time because the entries aren't due until midnight tonight, but yeah, so far we got around 70 entries here, and so I kind of, downloaded as many as I could in here, and we'll just go through one by one. So again, we're not judging right now. We're just kind of going through the entries, checking them out, and we'll just say how we like them, and we're very appreciative of everybody that entered. But I was looking through a lot of these because I was downloading them, but I know this will be the first time the rest of the team here has gotten to see anything, so excited to see what everybody's response is. But let's get started with this first one. It is called Mushi Gathering, and I apologize because I'm probably going to tear apart a lot of these names because we did get entries from around the world, but this one is from Raluca Mantrin, I believe. Sorry if I got your name wrong, but let's watch this one here. I'm going to throw it on repeat just so we can kind of watch it through a little bit here, but I'm digging the vibes that I'm seeing here. Like, I like all the particle effects that I'm seeing flowing through there. I remember this one in the email. They said that they had created these little mushroom people from scratch and stuff like that. And then I believe the rest of these are Megascan assets. But yeah, what do you guys think so far?
Yeah, that's dope. I like the foreground elements there, so you get that sense of depth and perspective. And yeah, I love all the little. I'm a big fan of little cutesy characters, so I'm digging the little mushroom people there. And I'm really digging the choice of the purple background there as well.
For sure.
It's a nice moody atmospheric choice there.
Yeah, loving the mushrooms and the perspective. Very much like almost like a Ghibli, Studio Ghibli vibe. Just enchanting for sure.
Yeah, I agree. The atmosphere on this is spot on.
Awesome. So I'm going to move over to the next one here. And this one, I can't read that name. I believe they were from South Korea, but this one is called A-Cream. So I'm going to let this one play through here as well.
It's like a Call of Duty level.
Yeah.
Sorry,
wait,
didn't.
Whoop.
I gotta hit repeat. This Windows Media Player. So a little janky, but it works.
No, I'm really
I like
digging way in the back there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Like
say.
the moon and all that fog and stuff like that. Like, I wonder if that's a still image, and then there's like little birds or bats coming out too. That's super dope.
Like I can almost like hear the sound, right, of like each footstep and like the birds, and it's very, very much a vibe.
Yeah, and what's cool is there's some hidden like detail in here. Like, I don't know if you guys can see right there. It looks like there's some type of suitcase that's at the altar of the statue
yeah.
there and everything, which I think is really cool. I like the way that the light is emitting through the Japanese lanterns here, which I'm always a fan of. So it looks like they're taking advantage of lumen here to try to get that like that realistic balance off of the stone textures there and stuff. So yeah, I think this one's pretty dope. I like it. Let me know when you guys are ready for the next one, and I'll click through.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
All right, cool. So let me make sure I hit repeat on this one. But it looks like this one is by Windows. You're not going to tell me. All right. Well, I guess we'll just go through these. We're not going to, we're not going to go through the names. I don't want to keep like clicking out and going to the folder. But if if anybody in the audience, if this is your entry, just give a shout or whatnot. But so far, I love how they put some of the foliage like on the statue on top, because it looks as if they were trying to simulate moss here. You know how moss would grow on top sometimes in these environments, and so you see it only like on the top part of the statue, which I think is pretty cool. Then we also have some wildlife here in the foreground, which we have like this little bird here that's not sure if they did that themselves or if that's an asset, but then we have these two deers here as well, which is really cool. But yeah, digging this as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they did a great. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I'm loving the wildlife.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I love how they integrated the statue into the scene with that moss because it kind of fits. That's the one thing with like building the scene from scratch, trying to get all the Megascan assets looking cohesive along with the statue. And I think this artist did an amazing job. I love the protective dog statues protecting the big dog statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very dope. Move on to the next one.
Ooh.
Got
Winter
the snow
vibe.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, got some Game of Thrones-ish vibes going on here.
Yep.
Dude, snow is always hard to pull off in an engine. That's nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
something
that's
that
the one thing.
I still have trouble with. I know some of the assets have snow on them, like if you use Omega scans and stuff like that. But actually getting like geometry to interact with the snow, I know it's possible in Unreal. It takes a little bit of blueprinting, which that's something that I still need to dive into as well. But yeah, I like how they were able to get the snow to interact with some of the elements here. The only thing I would suggest is I know when you're working with particles and things of that nature, sometimes you want to put on warm-up frames before you have your actual render going, because if you notice at the beginning, there's no snow and there's no smoke in here. And so if you put maybe just like 30 warm-up frames and it doesn't even render them out, you just actually say it inside the render. I know it's a lot of people's first time working with Unreal, so they might not know it, or they might not know that. That's why I just want to kind of point it out. But you could put some warm-up frames in there, and so once it starts your render, your particles and everything will already be in motion. But other than that, I think they did a pretty good job pulling it off.
You have a tutorial where you cover that kind of stuff, because that'd be a dope addition
No,
to.
but I'm gonna write it down. Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, like, that's the next step, right? Is once you get past the initial stuff of like, okay, how do I use Unreal? How do I place all these assets? How do I use Megascans? Then it's like, how do I get in the fun stuff? How do I get particles effects? How do I get the VDB or the smoke kind of stuff? Like that. Me personally, maybe that's our next stream.
Yeah, I mean that's why it's like I don't want to penalize anybody for that, because I know a lot of people in their
No,
entries they were saying like, this is my very first time using Unreal. They used the contest as motivation to get something completed.
Sure.
So I felt like that was more important than anything, just getting people comfortable, getting people excited, and just helping people take it to that next level. So definitely appreciate everybody that's entering, and don't want to penalize for like small technical stuff like that, because it's stuff that you start knowing the more you get to learn and start using that particular software. So definitely dope seeing them, going over and beyond and adding these type of elements in there.
Mm-hmm. Just the general design of the shrine is pretty nice. Having that like wood, like frame.
Oh yeah, the enclosure here.
Yeah, I like the way they did that.
I'm trying to look at the comments too. Fried Pixel was saying, does Unreal have a looping feature for smoke and particles? You can do some looping. It depends if you create the particle effects yourself or if you get them off the marketplace. Everybody builds their assets differently, and so it just depends on if you're using like the Niagara particle system. You could do looping and stuff. If you do blueprinting, it might take a little bit of finagling, but yeah, it just all depends on how you build it out. This one is, yeah, I like this theme a lot. This one was really cool.
That's super creative. It's like Alice in Wonderland with all the chess pieces.
Yeah, I like this because like you named the challenge Pug Forest or something like that, and so that's going to kind of lead a lot of people down that forest path. So I appreciate whenever someone's like, I'm going to go a different direction with it.
Yeah, and I know a couple of people have reached out like on YouTube and stuff like that. I guess this was the first contest. We named it Pug Forest, but I wanted to give people flexibility to kind of get creative with it and stuff like that. And so we did give the leeway if people, the only stipulation was at least using the same camera move that was put inside the project, and then keeping a pug statue there. So whenever we sequence this out in a montage, everything is cohesive. But other than that, it was more about, just letting your creative juices flow with this project.
I almost want to see like the chess pieces move or something like that. Like that'd be pretty dope. Like if the pug was the queen or king or whatever, that'd be kind of funny. Put a little crown on the top of the pug.
Yeah, or there's a whole plethora of like motion capture libraries out there. So I don't know if there's anything with a person like actually putting their hand down and moving like a piece or something like that. But having like a giant hand come in and move something could be pretty cool too.
Oh wow.
All right, cool. So move on to the next one here. Getting some Mordor vibes in here, some Lord of the Rings,
Yeah, exactly.
like that end scene when they throw the ring down into the volcano.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it looks like the end of a journey, where you arrive at the golden statue, and unlock something.
Yeah,
And
Indiana Jones vibes.
I don't know if it's coming across in the stream that well, but there's also some good depth of field going on here too. Like the way that they have the scene set up with the parallaxing, how the foreground is moving on a different axis as the background. I know that's like more of a camera trick and stuff, but there's some really cool parallaxing depth of field going on between the background and the foreground here.
Yeah. And just to mention, for anyone that wants to take their project further, down the line, and view it on a 3D light field display, this is an example of something that would look absolutely incredible. Especially, we currently have a developer platform for OEMs that we're in the works of, and it has stereo head tracking. So if you can imagine, this camera movement going on, but it's actually just like your face and, display showing it to you in 3D. This is a great one.
That'd be so fun to play
That's
with.
a great point. Like when we get this string out, we should like bring it and display it. Like whenever we're at NAB next year or whatever, like bring it and show all that stuff. Show all these entries on that.
Definitely.
Yeah, but if you I know you have a couple of shows coming up, right, Marlon? Like IBC and stuff like that. So if you want this string out, we could definitely throw it, on a holographic display there.
It'll be so fun.
But one last comment here. Really liking the detail of lighting here too. Like it almost feels like there's lava at the bottom of it because you're getting this like orangish reddish tint like hitting the back of it, which is looking really cool. And then you see some splashes of everything down here as well. And we have some God rays coming through the top. So yeah, I thought this one was really well done.
I think my only drawback to this one is I wish the gold had a little bit more texture to it, like
imperfection.
I was just getting ready to say that. I think because through Discord it's coming through as 720p, and these are 4K entries, but there is some like scratch and dent and stuff in here. So I'll be sending over these files over to you guys so you guys can see them in 4K. But yeah, there is some texture within the gold there too.
Ooh.
Pirates of the Pugterian.
They got a little animated texture going on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some cool. It looks like they might have fractured it, maybe. I'm not sure if it's a fracture or if it's a projection because I am seeing it coming through some of the foliage here as well. But yeah, I got some neat stuff going on there. Definitely with the foliage in the foreground, you have like a wavy motion to your foliage there. That's pretty cool because it gives it the vibe that it's on the beachfront, which I don't know if that's supposed to be water in the background there because it's not moving, but it still feels like you're on a coastline somewhere.
Yeah, I bet that's like their sky dome or something has that baked into it.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Got that
Like
skeleton in the
just
background.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's just chilling there.
That skeleton looks like well, I'm not gonna say anything.
All right, we'll move to the next this one actually has music to it, or it's audio.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, transition.
Night mode.
The day one has like a Star Trek Next Generation, like 90s sci-fi feel to it that I dig.
That's
like it'd be
another
like
thing
one of
too.
their
Like,
sets.
can you do cloth dynamics inside of Unreal, or is that something where,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
is that easy to loop like the particles and all that?
I'm not sure because they just added the new dynamic cloth to Unreal, so I haven't had a chance to play around with it. But I don't know. Have you had a chance to play around with it, Kelly, or do you know more about the cloth system?
No, not the new system. I mean, before they've had cloth for a while in various forms, but I don't know about making it loop within the engine.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's a game engine which is made for everything to run in real time. So if you did want it to loop, I know that like you could do it like how you have the new cloth dynamics inside of Cinema 4D. You can export them out as a Limbic file and bring it in, have it loop that way. But using the cloth in Unreal, I'd have to play around with it more.
So they have something going on with the ones in the far background. Those are moving.
Yeah, I caught those. And there's some movements on the ones in the foreground too, to the left
Yeah.
there.
I think they could have just done a little bit more with the movement on those, and it would have been great.
Then we also have a mini pug statue here too. I don't
Yeah,
know if you
right.
guys caught that.
Little Easter egg.
Pug Junior.
Yeah, now that one was cool. I like the transition there, and they have the ambient sound to go along with it.
Particles floating. Oh, nice.
That's funny.
That looks like, is that person footage or are those the meta humans?
That
looks
is
like stock footage.
Yeah,
actually
the chick
probably-
looks like stock footage. The guy looks like that could be.
It
I
kind of
know-
looks like there's some packs on the marketplace from Epic for like the ArcViz stuff.
I was going to say this probably comes from the ArchViz stuff where they actually did the photogrammetry live action scans. So there's studios out there like Microsoft has a studio, EA, and basically there's like hundreds of cameras around, and they capture it's volumetric capture basically. So they capture the actors in it builds out like an Olympic file, and so it's a 3D file, but it's almost like a video file. So think of it as like 3D, like I guess like an MP4. And so you would bring in that footage, which is a 3D file, and this is the type of stuff that you would get there. So that's why it looks so photorealistic, because that's an actual person, but the sequence is just like in a Olympic file.
You
That's
know,
awesome.
lighting fits too, like with the how the overblown highlights on the top coming from that lamppost.
Yeah, that's the advantage that you have when you do volumetric character capture is like everything is going to be dynamic within your scene. So whatever the light bounce is actually going to happen on a 3D model. So that's the advantage of having it happen that way rather than trying to bring in like stock footage and stuff like that, because your character is actually living within the 3D world. So it's like character animation on steroids, you know.
It's a very smart use of that for this kind of work.
Totally. Yeah, I'd be curious to know if anybody's tried using Microsoft Connect or even mobile methods. I've got two Connects at home, and I've yet to really make much use of them. But I know that they've always been fun to shoot test footage
Just
with.
for like motion tracking, or
For volumetric capture.
Mm.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I've used depth kit.
I think James said that they used Kinects back in the day for volumetric capture. I'm not really too sure, but yeah, that I haven't personally tried that. Like I've been on professional volumetric sound stages. I know somebody down there asked if I could do a video about it. If I could find the footage, I'll do it. I did some stuff with Mixmaster Mike at Georgia State University a couple years back, because they have like a huge volumetric facility down there. So if I could pull up some of that footage, I'll definitely go back and walk through some of that stuff and how it works. Yeah, I thought it was a smart use of that footage, though. I mean, you can find that on the marketplace. I know that they have it on there, so definitely cool to see people utilizing that stuff.
Yeah, they have some that are animated, some that are just still. This is nice.
This is pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like meditation.
definitely retreat vibes.
Yeah, you have. This is probably my favorite part about it, right here in the foreground. How we have like the little pond with the lily pads and stuff in there. You have some nice reflections. You can see the lampposts actually reflecting in the water and stuff. It looks pretty cool. Then also we have the bokehs coming off the lights as well. I don't know if you guys noticed the bokeh lights coming off, which is pretty natural looking, and the sun coming through the tree and stuff with the god rays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say, like, I love how they, like you said, you got that little foreground element that's kind of leading you into the scene, with the lily pads and stuff like that. Something I don't know if, well, I guess because everything's in the shadow, like the brightness of the light, that would probably be somewhat bright. I don't know if it would be that bright at that time of day. That's the only thing I would maybe comment on. In the,
Are you talking about the
lanterns.
lamppost there? There's like
Yeah,
birdhouse
the
looking ones.
lanterns. And I don't know if it's just compression or what, but the lanterns seem kind of flat too. I don't know if it's something about like it's too bright and it's kind of making everything flat on that, but it looks like a flat lantern versus like a cylindrical thing. You don't have a lot of shading on that. But I don't know if that's just compression. Maybe I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, no, I would suggest that they maybe put like a point light inside the lanterns, and because it looks like, well, it depends on if they textured it with translucency or not, so that the light can actually come through. Like, I don't know if that's like a cloth texture or something, but I feel like that is just a texture right there. Like, there's no illuminance to it, because
Yeah, like the translucency's up too high. And this is like nitpicking the hell out of the scene because everything else is incredible. Like, I'm really loving all the details.
yeah, no, it's just constructive criticism. Like I said, it's a lot of people's first time using Unreal, so this is just some small thing. And actually, they might have a light in there, because now that I'm looking in the background, you can see like the light and shadow moving and coherent with the lamp there. So maybe it's the lamps over here, because this looks like they're actually using luminance on the material instead of like inside of it. So maybe this is overblowing it a little bit.
Yeah. But I'm loving the little play of the sun casting through and playing with the tree there, and just seeing all the little lens flares and all that stuff pop up. That's super cool.
I was just going to comment on the lens flares. It kind of reminds me that, working with cameras, you could have so many different types of cameras and lenses, potentially in these types of scenes, to view your worlds, through different cinematic vibes.
Right. Yeah, not good job overall. I love it. I'm gonna click on. Looks like we have some audio.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
All out with the effects.
I missed that part. I didn't know he turned into a pug at the end.
That's incredible. Turns into a play.
That's funny.
I'm here to play this level.
I know, right? Yeah, a lot of particle effects, all that stuff. Those just like, mega scans where you can pick what kind of electric stuff and particles and all that kind of stuff.
They might have got it from the marketplace, or they might have built it. Like, there's several ways to go about it. I know with all the games that Epic Games have put out in the past, a lot of times they'll actually give away like the particle sets, and they'll give away the models and stuff from those games. So I think that might be where some of these particles come from, like the FX pack, but they could have very well made these from scratch as well. Yeah, that's funny.
We got the pug model. It's a great pug.
Yeah, that pug looks pretty realistic.
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember seeing this one on Twitter. I believe the artist actually had tweeted this out before.
Interesting take.
Yeah, we see some cool water happening here in the foreground, which has some nice reflections off it as well. I also see some reflective mud puddles in here as well. I don't know if you see that through the compression, but they did a good job with that. I always like reflective water and stuff in the scene, especially when it's not overbearing, you know?
Yeah, story wise, this kind of makes me think of like the end of a journey, you know, like this special place, you know, deep in some cavern. Somebody had to make us, you know, rite a passage trip to get to or something. I love the storytelling.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
I'd
I'm
say
go-
the. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, because I know I don't want to hold up you guys' time, so I'll go through some of these if nobody else has any more comments.
Rapid fire.
Yeah. But nah, go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off.
I was gonna say the one thing that looks a little weird is like just the sense of scale and how big the ripples of the water are.
Mhm.
Like the water looks like if the water was that wide, I think the ripples would be a little smaller. Maybe I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I'm just nitpicking.
No, I mean, that would come with experience of using the engine as well. Like, you could definitely change the ripple size and everything in the water depending on how they built the water plane out, because they actually have they added water tools inside of Unreal Engine, and so it would just take a little bit of playing around to get that to look right. But cool. I'm gonna jump on to the next one.
Yeah.
Or wildlife. Let's go.
It's like all we need is baby Simba or something.
Yeah, and I know a couple of the emails came with the sources of where they got some stuff. So I know some people say they use like Turbo Squid, they use the Epic Mega the store and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool wildlife packs out there, I know, on Turbo Squid. So I wonder if that's where they grab some of these at.
Yeah, like all the texture in the shadows is really nice. The little gobo action, unless they actually put physical trees there.
Yeah, no, this is dope. And thanks everybody again for joining the stream. I see a couple of people saying what's up in there. But let's go to the next one. Let's see.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, another fun game level.
Yeah, right. You need to see like Mario hopping on.
Yeah, I don't know if Mario could hop on that. That's moving a little bit fast. Like might break an ankle
Smart
or
modes.
something. Yeah. But no, this is there's just a few things in here. I'll start with the positive. Like, I love the creativity in here. I know you can see some of the fog in there. I'm not sure if they played around with the atmospheric fog, because you can actually change like the height levels of the fog and stuff like that. So it's cool how they see it like heavier on the ground level, but it starts to dissipate as we move further into the sky there, and then we start seeing some of the snow mountains. I like how we have some framing here in the foreground. I get what they were going for with the rack focus, but like, I feel like this could have probably been in focus here with the foreground elements. And then the only last thing I would say is, I don't know, it looks like there's like sticks and stuff that are floating with the geometry. I don't know if you guys can see that, but
Yeah.
just depending on how they built out the scene, for some reason it just didn't attach to the geometry. But that's the only thing that I would say about that.
I think the one thing that looks weird is like the frame is like attached to the camera. So it's like unless you're like also on one of these floating rocks.
Yeah.
If that's the vibe.
But yeah, I mean,
The material on the pug itself is nice.
yeah, I was going to say there's a lot of good stuff that's happening in here as well. And for anybody new, just want to reiterate, it's a lot of people's first time working in Unreal. So
Yeah. Harold Sweat says that's my friends. 2 days in Unreal. Let's go. 2 days.
Dang.
That's
Yeah, I mean,
amazing.
for 2 days, I mean, shoot.
Next step, turn this into a game level right there. You gotta hop on
Yeah.
with it.
But I mean, it kind of shows you how easy it is too. I mean, for someone to be able to
Right.
create something and render out in 2 days. I mean, you know, some of the offline renders it takes 2 days just to render
Just the
something
render.
at 4K.
Right.
So,
100%.
yeah, it's cool to
And
be
then you
able to
find
see
out you need to
people
redo it.
iterate. I'm sorry, what was that, Kelly?
So you spent 2 days rendering, and then you find out you need to redo it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Wow, I'm digging that.
This
Look at
is
all the
nice.
detail. You got 2 pug statues there. I like how that was like, how it's you use the one placement of the pug, the position of that one pug, and then you make another one, and now your focus isn't on the pug; it's that entrance.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen another entry that has like used that as like a double pug framing of something else. The little bird,
Oh,
super
what?
good. All the mist, like the details
Oh.
are incredible.
Yeah, the fog, the moving fog is probably my favorite piece.
Yeah.
I know compression could sometimes kill the fog effect and stuff, but from what I'm seeing here on 4K on my screen, it looks pretty good.
Yep.
And then just wanted to answer somebody in the chat real quick. This is it too late to enter? You have until midnight Pacific tonight to enter. So we're just going through some of the entries that came in already. So if you still want to enter, there's still time to finish up your entry there.
Because everything renders so fast. You can literally work until like 11:55, export out. You can still make it.
Yeah, even if you're starting a day, you still got time. So
Oh, what?
Oh,
Look
you
at
know,
this.
it's a crime scene
And a drone?
and a drone. We got some covered up dead bodies.
Oh,
Bugs as well.
Drone. This is like
oh, it's a perfect loop too. That's pretty
yeah, it
dope.
is.
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
drone
you got
coming
the
through and
bird.
that's cool. The
Oh, the
GTA.
bird flies in, flies out. Yep.
yeah, we got some. I don't know if there's somebody doing welding work in the background there, if there's like an electrical
You gotta
mishap
get
or
the,
what,
the
but
Steel
yeah.
City vibes in there. But this is like, instead of like a pug forest, it's just the pug concrete jungle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I mean, oh, here's your double pug too. On the left, there's another
Yep.
pug statue. So there you go.
People got into a knife fight.
Ooh, this is nice.
Yeah, I like tune shading a lot, so that's my
This is
vibe.
super dope. It's super.
Oh snap!
Amazing.
Oh, you can see him running in the background
You
there.
can see it flying in the background and then make
Yeah.
a pass at the foreground. That's so cool. But I love this is like a stylized video game level.
But look at the deer here. So when the dragon
Yeah, the
rolls through,
deer's
the
like,
deer
"Oh,
is like.
Yeah, I'm out.
One deer's like, I'm out.
That's so
The funny part about this is like it's in like a total fantasy world, but then we still see like I'm not even sure what you would call that. Like you would see like in downtown somewhere,
Oh,
like
yeah.
don't step in this pile of whatever's on the sidewalk.
Yeah. Blockade.
Yeah, like this little blockade thing randomly in the middle of the fantasy forest.
Yeah. It's a little weird. But I mean,
Yeah,
if you want like the Mario game, is it Odyssey, where he's got the hat and you're in like the actual city or whatever.
yeah,
And even
new
Kirby, like the new Kirby game, you got like fantasy elements, and then they put in this like
Mhm.
like
you know,
broken cars
city
and
vibe.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, no, this is
This was a-
cool.
Mhm.
This is a good use of like the foreground, middle ground, background. Like
Mhm.
they nailed all the cinematography of it, the materials, the lighting. This is really good.
Yeah, if you made like a golden spiral, it would just
Yeah.
work perfectly.
Last note, I do like the atmospheric fog they're using. They're using them in several different paths here. So I can see the foreground fog and then I can see the background fog. One thing a lot of people don't know is you can actually like colorize and gradient the fog in Unreal. And so I'm seeing a lot of that happening in the background. And it looks like the gradient is happening dispersed upon how the light is hitting, you know, that particular area in the scene. So I really like the way that they were able to break it up here in the background using the gradient atmospheric fog there.
Oh wow. I'm loving just a tiny shaft of light coming in and illuminating that. That's super cool.
The audio helps too. I like the ambient audio in there, but also we see little flickers of flames inside of our lanterns here, which I don't think we've seen yet. So that's a nice touch in there as well.
I like that they put a crumbled lantern too. It's not just like 6 exact ones. They have one that's fallen over and not lit.
Right.
Oh yeah, I
Just
didn't even
little
notice
details.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely feel that this is a super old place with the ground broken up, the pathway broken up. Yeah, a lot of really nice attention to detail. Little hanging vines and all that. Everything's overgrown. Really loving it.
Like I get the vibe of the scene. Like I wish it was just a tad bit brighter, just because we did miss some of the details. Like there's some cool stuff going on over here
You extended
as
the
well, but
reach of those lantern lights to cast some of that
Mhm.
orangish hue on some of that. Yeah.
yeah, that might even have helped if we just expanded the light in the lanterns and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they would have upped the background fog color, kind of like the last scene we just looked at,
Oh
you can
yeah.
kind of see this like dark purple in the back, but
Mhm.
it kind of blends in. If they would have just like done something to make that pop a little bit more, that would help too. Give a little more depth back there. But like the overall vibe is nice.
Yeah, and also at the end of all the entries, we're gonna put together a montage too, so everybody will always see these in 4K.
That's the cool thing about Unreal, right? It's a video game engine, so you can choose what style of video game is it. Like super stylized, like Animal
Mhm.
Crossing. Like this makes me feel like this would be something in like Link or Animal Crossing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got
versus,
Breath of the Wild vibes.
buttery. Yeah.
But if you look back here, I noticed you can actually see the wind. Like they put like the wind
Yep.
swirls in there and stuff, which is very, very
Yeah, is that like a
like
painted? Like that's like
Yeah.
a flat, like painted background. It almost looks like a matte painting.
yeah.
I don't know. The shadows
Well,
might
Actually,
have
no, the
changed.
shadows
Oh,
are.
the background that's not painted. No, I thought you were talking about how they put the wind effects in there, where you see like the visualization of the wind. Like that could have been done with like a video. You could bring in like transparent videos into Unreal, or that could be like a straight up particle effect.
Mhm. I think the only thing I would maybe comment on is that the trees look too realistic to fit the stylized vibe. I don't know, but again, I'm just being super nitpicky.
Oh, really?
If you
How do
had
they just-
like solid shapes like Mario trees or something where it's like a rounded cylinder, a capsule with a texture on it, like more stylized trees. I don't know.
I think they just the scale of the leaves themselves. If they would just up that to kind of stylize it, it would look better.
Right.
But yeah, a very cool entry here. Oh, we got the keyframe level. We got some ducks. We got some swans. Yeah, I like this one. This one's cool.
Yeah, this is super dope. Very exotic.
I'd like to see more done with the water, but they're
Yeah,
Static
definitely on the way.
water.
Yeah. The water's not fun sometimes.
Yeah, it could be tough.
Whoa,
Ooh, dang.
like horror film.
Dang, it's like Doctor Strange inside the.
Yeah.
That was quite the change from the last one.
Yeah, I see, and this is great. I love the lighting, the volumetric lighting color and all that. It'd be dope to see, like, there looks like there's debris floating. It'd been cool to see like the debris undulating and maybe I don't know if the clock's moving slightly. But it'd
It
been
looks
cool
like
to
it's-
see
It looks like it's going just a tad bit, almost like
tiny bit, yeah.
yeah.
Be cool if that was more noticeable, so you see like everything kind of floating.
And there's
This is
a
super cool.
there's a light at the bottom of like the stairs below the pug.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
Up that intensity to like get more on the pug's face.
So you get that underlighting, so it makes it even
Yeah.
more creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of see a little bit better, but they did real good with this. I never come up with that.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's the cool thing about the contest, is seeing everybody's interpretation.
Yeah.
Now this one, just to be a nitpicky person, the pug is out of place. The horse is where the pug should be. So
Yeah.
whoever made this, if you want to re-render to get super official and get that camera move all locked in.
Yeah, I know for a couple of people, I think it was a little bit tough because, like I said, it's their first time in there, so they didn't understand exactly how to do some stuff when it comes to rendering out. But yeah, I mean, you could easily move it back into place. I'm not sure if they moved the camera or if they moved the statue, but
And rotate the shaft of light so it's hitting the pug. Be right there.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that's a little funky, is that you have this shaft of light kind of just going towards this like a rock instead of the horse or the pug or anything like that, so that like visual interest is where you're trying to get the visual interest is a little confusing because it's not that interesting of a part of the scene.
right. I mean, it has some good stuff going on with trying to focus your eye to the scene, like the path leading up to it and the foreground elements in here. I think kind of help bring your eye to the hero shot right here, or the hero part. But yeah, I mean, just a little bit more could be done, but there's still time if they want to, re-enter and stuff like that.
Like literally just flop the light from this angle to this angle and have it focused on the pug.
Wow.
Like Burning Man in the.
I was just gonna say it's the fire version.
Yeah, it's a lot going on here. It's like,
It's like I want to see the like Ewoks dancing after they destroyed the, in Return of the Jedi at the end.
Oh yeah, it's a celebration. They just won the boss,
Yep.
yeah, crazy.
That's so cool.
Oh, this is dope.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is nice.
Like, honey, we should have taken that left turn. How bad? Where are we?
I love that because we're talking about motivated light and shedding light on the pug, and it's cool that the fire does, or the light motivated by the fire does grow enough that you do get to see a little bit of the pug, so you get that mystery. Super cool.
Totally.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of one of my favorite games, Alan Wake. That does a really good job of lighting and stuff like that, and this whole forest vibe kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Very moody, very spooky.
Yeah.
I think this is done by Jeff, because I remember him putting this out online. But yeah, I think this is pretty dope with the candle lights and everything, how we're able to emit the light. You can see what's going on with the tables and stuff that they're sitting on, and we're still getting the, I guess you would call it like moonlight kind of dissipating through the fog there and stuff. So yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yep. Keep thinking of the soundtrack, these different scenes would have, right? Like,
Yeah, right.
I love all the animated trees too. Definitely has that visual interest.
Yep.
Yeah, good job there.
Oh,
Oh,
very moody.
big time.
Little glowy fireflies.
Yeah, I mean, this goes along with what we had said before about just putting warm-up frames, so your particles aren't just starting to dissipate on in the middle of your render. And then the last thing I would say is you might want to make like your emitter a little bit smaller here where the lanterns are, because the smoke or the fire is actually coming from outside the lantern at some points here. So
Yeah, I need
feel
to
like
do
there's-
this next tutorial on the
on
particle
particles.
and stuff, because now I'm like, man, okay, now I want to know how to do that and add that to some of the stuff.
I like the glowing orbs. Like there's too many at the end, and it feels very flat. Like if there was fewer, but you did something so you can give some depth to the scene with them, have some like come out from behind the pug or something.
Yeah, I feel like it's in a box, like they used a box emitter and they didn't expand the Z depth out, so it's all contained in like this area. So
Like
but
the
yeah, I like the
overall
lighting
of
and
the
stuff.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like it could have probably did with less orbs or even without it because it kind of takes away from the cool lighting we get in the scene here.
Mhm. Interesting.
Oh, we got
Very,
moving bells and
like,
stuff in there.
It looks very like dreamy with all the stuff like the bloom, the glow. It's very soft.
But I like the wind on the tree because it's not just, like in unison, like it's actually like moving how it would like in a dream world or something like that.
And all the lanterns.
The little sporadic
flying
movement.
back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Then it looks like there's a city in the background, maybe. So this is like almost like what's that called? Central Park type vibe. Like you have a park in the middle of a city.
Yeah, I love the rope and the kind of dangling lanterns and poles, looks like.
Yeah, that one's cool. I like it.
Oh,
Wow.
That's cool. They use it as part of the lid. So
Nice. Abundance. Let's go.
no, that's really creative.
super creative.
Yeah. I like how they use the pug as the actual like topper to the container
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a forest of veggies.
Yeah, making a tagine, right? Like a couscous.
Yeah, it's very dope.
Oh,
That's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
kind of Dune vibes.
Yeah, I'm really digging the story. Like the story you can tell, like a video game cutscene kind of deal. in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
There's floating orbs too, the way the light just travels with them. And it illuminates the scene as they're rolling through. Yeah, that's really cool. The only thing, like, I like this one a lot, but the only thing is, like, sometimes the depth of field inside camera could get weird in Unreal, especially if you don't know how to use it that well. So it's getting a little bit funky around the character there. Like, typically I would just maybe even just have everything in focus, and that would have helped out a lot. But yeah, the scene looks really, really cool.
Yeah, I probably would have just not had the light on the bug at the beginning, and only light up when the orbs hit it, because like it's brighter.
Oh yeah.
It'd be more interesting storytelling if like that's not illuminated at all, and then the orbs go into it, and then it like flares up. But yeah, we're getting. I mean, get nitpicky to find anything.
Yeah, so I could kind of get why they have it illuminated, because we're able to see the pug statue better that way, right? But yeah, no, this one's cool. I like it. Good job. God, looks like the guys in the chat too. The fake Harold, he said that's mine. Yeah, nice job, man. Like this one a lot.
Yeah, that,
Oh,
Now this one is straight up Skyrim. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
got some offerings there for the pug.
I like the snow on top of the pug too, and like where it would naturally clump up, like on the eyebrows, the nose. A nice attention to detail there. Even the snow that's like swept up at the bottom too. Like it looks super integrated to the scene versus like I'm just gonna plop the pug there on top of the snow and not do anything to make it look like it lives in there.
right.
It's a Winbush effort.
This one,
Oh, look at this.
Whoa!
incredible.
Oh!
So what was the story behind this one? I forget. Like it was like a hyperactive memory of a dog, and if it was trying to visualize what fighting a video game boss level would be.
Yeah, because you can see the little pug hair in the left-hand corner.
And then it
It was
goes
like
and
a-
it just like, huh, and then it just sits
Is it?
down.
Yeah.
There's a massive bug back
And
there.
then just
too.
like, this is so cool. I
Look at the
really dig that.
pug.
And like all the different pug statues in there too.
Yeah, looks like it's in Yucatan. I see Chichen Itza in the back.
Yeah, there you go.
This is cool.
Yeah, I'm loving the ones with the transitions like that and stuff. It's cool.
This is really cool, like yeah, Game of Thrones style vibe. Oh man!
Oh, we're back.
No,
Oh, because
I
there's
didn't
a
even
skeleton
notice
coming up. Yeah.
the- Yeah, I didn't even notice the skeleton coming in the bottom left for the first time there.
I like the slow blowing leaves coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow. It's like, nope.
cool. Yeah. The only thing, like, he hauls butt there, pretty sporadic at the end. Like,
Oh, like
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no like
That
smooth transition.
I mean, if
Whatever.
it's a video
Okay.
game, that's how a video game would pretty much, you know, jump between the two. Yeah, so,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that one's cool. I liked it.
And the right off the top, you get a little bit of like smoke blowing from the
Yeah, right
front
here.
there, like a little bit of wind. That's super cool.
Yeah, good job.
Nice. We go World of Warcraft.
Yeah, got some helmets in here, some swords. I guess this was like the end of a battle or something.
Mm-hmm.
Battle of Pug Forest.
Yeah, it's cool. We're getting all these different snow submissions and stuff. I know snow isn't always easy to do, so
And even got, like I was saying in the last one with the snow, where you can see the snow caked on the top and the eyebrows, and so it looks integrated.
yeah, they took it a little bit further. You can see like where the fall off is on some of these patches here. Like it's almost frozen. So yeah, nice detail in that.
We got Waterfall.
Ooh.
Whoa. Ah,
Whoa.
we got Halo. Turned into a Halo level.
Yeah, say some Stargate stuff going on.
Yep.
The waterfall is kind of insane in the background.
yeah.
That would just blast the hell out of everything below it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm
cool.
digging the like stylized water too.
You say the water, the way that it kind of rims around the objects in the water and everything. I think that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
goes up and down. Yeah, and then it's got the like foam on the edges.
Yep. You can see the sand too, like in between the rock structures.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, the interactive water is really good on this one.
Ooh. Oh.
This is like in the Amazon forest or something like.
Yeah. It's
The heck
like,
was that thing running across the
That.
screen?
Little
Yeah,
guy,
what
yeah,
was that
some
thing?
little guy running, like getting the hell out.
that's so funny.
So it's almost like we're looking through the eyes of someone hiding to see like these little
Right.
people, like little
Yeah.
miniature people in the
Blood
jungle.
sacrifice.
Yeah. The only
Mine-
thing, oh, excuse me, I would say is the reason you're getting these streaks is because you're using decals to put like the blood splats and stuff like that on your character, and you can actually control like how far distance your decals go in there. So you're actually getting like texture stretching there, and that's why you're getting that type of I guess you would just call it texture stretching on there. So you can easily go through and manipulate your decals there. But oh, I'm just now noticing the chicken that's being sacrificed right there at his feet.
Oh.
Yeah, you see it right at the beginning. And-
Oh, oh no! Is that a chicken running away too in the foreground?
That's probably it. I mean, he's hauling so fast, I couldn't really tell. But
Wow.
yeah, I think that is a
I
chicken.
think
Yeah,
that is a chicken.
it's funny.
That's good.
One
Ah,
half of the plug
damn.
homie.
4.5 was
Oh man, he has the little dog bowl there and everything too, and he pours it.
Oh,
Oh
I didn't
man,
even notice. Oh, that's super cool. So it's like a
That's-
little gravestone or something.
yeah, it
going
says
to be me with
creative.
my dog eventually.
I think it says
Right.
bandit right there. Like, so this is like almost like a headstone.
That's
Wow.
super cool.
But man,
Love the story with that. Yeah, at first you're
Yeah.
just like, oh man, it's just a dude drinking. It's like, no,
There goes
In the
my
water.
dog.
Is that your dog
Yeah,
barking, or is
say-
that sound?
Say Dookie's not
It's like, that's
liking it.
good
He's
sound
like,
effects, you know.
no, Dookie's like, damn, you trying to kill me?
He's
But-
like, you better do something fancy like that for me.
But yeah, the way that this grass is, I mean, everything about it looks really cool. I don't know if it's like a tilt shift effect or what, but there's also like some film grain over top of it that looks like it dissipates with the further back it goes in the depth of field there. So I'm really liking the use of the noise and everything in here as well.
For sure.
Yeah, this one's pretty nice. It looks like they got the camera depth of field pretty much figured out, because you got it kind of out of focus in the foreground, but goes focus, you know, where we need to see it, and then it goes out of focus again in the depth there. So yeah, that one's cool, especially the story behind it. That one very well thought out.
Egyptian pug, pharaoh pug.
That's cool. Got some cool hieroglyphs on there. Not sure if they made those or if
I
they
don't
got that from a pack, but that's pretty cool detail.
I like that they put the on the left. Some of the hieroglyphs are like colored.
Mm-hmm.
That's more like what they would have been like back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed too, there's some grass that's kind of growing through the crack there that helps sells it. That looks really cool.
I love the little Egyptian dogs at the front too, on either side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in the background too. I don't know if with the compression you can see it, but there's more like colored hieroglyphs running along the background and up on the top here as well.
Super cool. Digging this sand blown too. Uh-oh.
This is like the.
Oh
Fuck.
snap! He has a Dreamcast shirt on. I don't know if you noticed, it has the Dreamcast logo. I think it says Dreamcast under it.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, Dreamcast always actually have mine back there. Holds a special place in my heart. But yeah, I mentioned Alan Wake earlier. Like this one is like spot on with the flashlight and how it's interacting with the environment. The rain is cool too, coming down the pug statue there.
Yo. Yeah, everything is the rain's interacting with the drizzle splashes on the ground.
Then the skeleton
It
that
even looks
kind
like
of
it's splashing on the characters too. The full-blown character.
yeah, I love how they just went for it with all the wet effects and everything.
Yeah.
I think this is the guy that we met as Sigraph up in Vancouver that showed us it on an iPad.
Right. Yep.
So I'll leave a link at some point. Like he actually did like a YouTube breakdown of this scene too, which is really cool seeing how he worked everything here. Yeah, no, very cool, man. I wonder if they used your sand dune tutorial for this one.
That's super cool. Little island. Got the waves and the wind blowing in the same direction there, it looks like.
It
Yeah.
looks like they have. Maybe it's decompression. I can't really tell. It might have some like dust blowing on those dunes. Hard to tell.
Yeah, they actually are.
looks like
Yep.
it, yeah.
Yeah, the ones in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Some
actually
detail.
going along the contours of the dunes too, which is really cool to see. Yeah, now we're getting some cool entries in here.
Love
Wow.
how massive all of the leap pads are.
Yeah. Kind of like Alice in Wonderland, where
Yeah.
flowers are huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. If you're going to go for it, you know. I like the boat is interacting on the water too.
Mm-hmm.
is actually floating on the water and going along with the ripples and everything.
Yeah, it's giving off its own little wakes and stuff. That's nice.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Oh wow. I like the Pug Picasso in the back.
Yeah.
Paintings in the back. I want prints of those.
Yeah, I wonder if he actually drew those and put those in there.
Yeah, because they're in the same style. That's really cool.
And there's 2 more that are on the left wall. I'm gonna see what those
Yeah.
are better.
Oh, wow.
I can't see the one on the far left too well. Unless you just had like Dolly or Mid Journey make.
Oh yeah, that.
I was trying to give him more credit than that. Like,
Yeah.
Totally didn't do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
a human did it.
no, I think that's cool. I like the gallery setup here.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I would say is the glass is a little too perfect and clear.
Yeah,
You
the
don't
only
really
way
notice it's really there, but
I
glass is
didn't
so
notice the gloss until the car actually drove in front of it and the light hits it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just to maybe make it with the whole grungy look. If the windows were like dirty and you could see
Yeah.
more, because it's even probably the compression too, but it's hard to see that there's even glass there.
Yeah, no, I'm watching it in 4K and you can't really tell to the car. With like the headlights of the car hits it, that's when you're like, oh, there's glass there. But
Because you would see
Even-
reflections of like the, like on the right there, maybe
Yeah.
the fire hydrant reflected in there or something like that.
I love some of the
even throw
graffiti
on
though.
Some like you can throw on some like stickers and some like signs that a business would have into the window just to
Oh,
help
right.
sell
Mhm.
that this is a window.
Or like it says
Now,
it's
if you
closed
can't get a good
or whatever.
reflection or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, the guys in the chat, he says girlfriend drew him. So there you go. No Mid
Oh,
Journey.
that's great.
Oh, nice.
That's super
Awesome.
dope.
All legit here. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say graffiti or more tag, or I don't know what you would call them, but like this one says Pug Ugly down here. So it's like they actually went the actual length and actually put their own tags in there and stuff.
I love techno.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's
This is a
cool how
cool-
they broke the statue up here on the left hand side.
Hmm.
The water is great.
Yeah, the
Nice.
glowing water is super cool. Like icy cold.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like it when you have a lot of contrasting color with that orange flame and that blue glowing water, and that kind of a blue from above. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing is the particle thing again, which that seems to be the one thing people are having issues with.
Yeah, it just looks like a overlay, like you just put some footage of snow on top or something versus with that depth.
I mean, it works like how it would like trap code, how you can actually add like Z depth, especially if you're doing like a volume box and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess that's something we should cover. Oh snap.
I saw this one.
Wow.
The water is amazing. Storytelling.
So turn it down just a tad bit. But yeah, that's cool. I mean, especially the character, the cloth and everything, that you can feel the wind and the dynamics working through it.
The stormy water there.
Then there's a cool transition with the pug statue. It goes from like this grungy texture to the gold texture as right there.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's really
there's
cool.
Like angel wings or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's some flight of birds over here, flock going through. It's like,
Oh
Mm.
yeah, you can feel the intensity with this one, just like the wind and everything around here. And yeah, like this one's really good. I like it a lot.
yeah. With everything floating in this one, that other one that had stuff that didn't look like it looked like it was static, but it should have been floating around like this, I think.
Oh yeah, like the rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Doctor Strange.
Yeah, someone saw those birds in the background. Yeah, they're actually, as she starts to do her magic, you can see them starting to flock away there. Yeah, really cool.
Oh.
Is that a Shibu at the
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Too funny.
Look at
See that pug statue go away.
balloon.
Yeah, it's the person in the chat. I don't even know what's going on with this. What is the story here?
Yeah, what is the combination of drugs taken to make this work?
They're definitely telling a story, just what that is.
That's funny.
Super cool detail. A lot of little.
All it takes, they put raindrops onto the camera lens.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I see
Oh, you
that.
can do that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that's pretty
really
neat.
cool.
I know that because I remember this entry because this is the guy that was tagging us on Twitter and stuff. He was actually no, excuse me, he blogged his entire process on ArtStation. And so he was going through like his block out and then adding effects and texturing and stuff like that. So I will I don't know, maybe doing a string out like anybody that did BTS stuff, maybe we could put some links in there. But yeah, I remember this guy for a couple of weeks. He was actually like walking through the process as he was working on it.
Be super cool to see. You can even see like koi fish or something swimming.
I was going to say that was one thing I noticed was there's some koi fish down there in the foreground, which is cool.
Mist in the background. Like it definitely feels like super humid back in that.
Mm-hmm.
Another bird. Yeah, this is a really nice built out scene. We just got a silhouette of a pug. That's pretty cool.
Real quick, someone says suppose elements outside of UE are allowed. Yeah, you can. If you want to add posts like in Unreal or something, or not Unreal, After Effects or anything like that, you're welcome to do so. Yeah. Yeah, Puggy Wet. Really dope.
Like here, you can see some little like pollen floating in the air too.
Yeah, especially when I kind of get the sun in the camera lens, you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess that's what like that golden hour they talk about.
Yeah, a little sunrise. Oh, here we go. We got a little other
A little stylized.
character in there.
Yeah, I know this one's Logan. I remember he was working on this one on the Discord.
Oh, nice.
I like the little,
I like the little
Bouncing,
birds on the
bird.
top there.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, they're on top of the
I
statue.
love the cartoony level. All the little animals in the back. There's like a sloth in the very back.
Yeah, you
left.
see that? He's just climbing up the bamboo tree.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm digging this.
Yeah, it's a
It's
cool
a
one.
good example of like adding extra features, but not detracting from the pug. Like
Mhm.
it's a very good cinematography based way to approach this.
Yeah, cool stuff. Love the art style. This one, I know that I asked the artist if they could lighten it up a little bit. I'm not sure if they're going to have time to. I could try to lighten it up maybe in After Effects because especially with the compression, I'm not sure if you guys can really see what's going on, but this one came through
Like,
really dark.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of thing.
Yeah, you can see like a giant apple, apple
Yeah.
core, and the statue is right here. I'm not sure if you can see my
Yeah.
pointer on screen, but yeah, hopefully I can help fix that one so we can get that one into the montage and entry as well.
Oh, this is another one that's got like a nice shaft of light and maybe make that light underneath a little bit brighter too to see
Mm-hmm.
the pug because I can't even like see it.
Yeah, maybe if they just would have brightened this up a little bit or even put like a little point light or something in like the corner
Like a
there
little
to just
Yeah.
Yeah, just to give, because I like the way that the shadow and the light's coming from the left hand side and it's hitting the pole here and everything, but none of that light is illuminating inside the cave. So sometimes you just have to fake it a little bit and put
Mm-hmm.
lights that you naturally wouldn't have in there, but just to give it the detail that it needs.
Yeah. Almost like a light that's a continuation of the sun coming from the same direction, but it's an area light.
Right. Yeah, I like the vibe of it though.
Oh, it's super dope. So this is where like you got some motivated light coming from the blue. Only I think I would like to see more. I know it's a little weird to see on the top right the main light source coming from there, but the light being cast on the pugs coming from the other direction.
Right,
So you
because
almost
it's
need to like swap. You need like that, like the god rays to come instead of from the top right, but from the top left. So then that light that's casting on the pug is a little bit more motivated.
I feel like the God rays might be in this case might be a video source because they're not moving with the camera at
Oh,
all.
it's
So
not
maybe it was like overlaid in After Effects.
Yeah.
But yeah, all you would have to do is swap it because you could kind of tell the shadows are so harsh around the pug statue here on the back and then on the top and on the right hand side here that there's absolutely no light casting over there at all. So I would just swap the light source and I think that would help out a lot.
Yeah. I'm liking the dramatic lighting for sure.
Yeah, someone in chat mentioned that like, is this underwater? And it kind of has that feel to it.
Oh, yeah, it could be. I mean, you would probably have some floating particulates in there if it was in water, but
Distortion, yeah.
this one has like
This
a
is
cool
super
cinematic
cool.
vibe. Yeah.
Again, with I feel like a reoccurring theme with some of these is that you could extend the light coming from the lanterns to cast around, like where the ground and stuff like that. So if you had a little bit of light that was that bright, you would definitely see some of that light being cast on the ground there,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe on the pug as well. Overall, really cool. You get like some little firefly detail in there as well. It gives it depth.
Yeah, the firefly. And they're actually moving along with the Z depth and camera moving everything too. So, and then I like the foreground tree. Like, even though it's pretty much just a big silhouette, I mean, it still adds to drawing your eye to the pug statue here.
Anyone?
Yeah, I really like this vibe. I'm not sure what that art style would be called. Like, I feel like I see it a lot in like those medieval type shows and stuff like that. But
This almost looks like Walking Dead or something because you got
oh
like
yeah,
a
Walking
car
Dead good.
left there too, and like barbed wire
Mm-hmm.
instead
Yeah.
of like a legit fence.
It looks like there's some car back here in the background too.
I like how overgrown everything is.
Yeah.
Super old.
Dope.
Nice one.
I like the path leading back to the pug. All the little fireflies there too.
The
Like the
off-center
light
steps
and
are cool.
Yeah, like how there's the leaves have the right texture on it. You see a little bit of that like subsurface scattering kind of stuff going on. A little
Mhm.
translucency.
Yeah, that one's really nice.
This one again, I think the camera got moved.
Yeah, or
The bug got
maybe
moved back or something.
it looks like maybe they changed the lens on the camera and then kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
pushed like they maybe used like a super wide lens and it kind of put. It looks like everything kind of got stretched.
Pushed back, yeah.
Yeah, the perspective
At
got
least you
stretched.
see on the lanterns a little bit of that light casting on the ground, which I was
Mhm.
talking about a little bit on the couple ones ago. But I like the flickering too. Super cool. This one almost looks like it could be underwater, like that could be sand.
Oh yeah, almost like a fish tank or something.
Yeah, exactly. That would be cool if you haven't made one yet, there's an idea. Make it look like it's in a fish bowl.
Oh, they're.
Oh my god.
Oh, no. You knew
That's
he
fun.
said,
Oh man.
did you know?
I know. Look at the sharks. That's dope. Sharks
Wow.
aren't technically fish; they're mammals. So the fish tank's still
Are they mammals?
I don't know. Are they? Let's look this up.
Oh,
That
no.
doesn't sound right, but
I mean, they have to come up for air, right? They can't just breathe
I'm
underwater.
not a marine
What's up?
biologist, so I don't know.
Sharks
Yes.
are fish,
No, sharks breathe.
even though
Let's
some
go.
people believe they're mammals due to how big some of them can get. Okay, so yeah, they're fish.
Yeah, now this is cool. I mean, I wish there was a little bit of movement with the people in there. I mean, I get it. I think there's just some of the stock people from like the Archfish set in the marketplace, but
Yeah.
I think the overall
Everyone
tone
can
of what
do
they're
it.
going for is pretty cool.
Yeah. Could have gone Sharknado and just
Yeah, or maybe add a little bit more aquarium life in there. Could have been cool, but
maybe they eat them all.
Ate him, yeah.
Oh wow,
Oh, this is nice.
that's dope.
Sci-fi.
Does it have sound effects? Unless I'm just hearing.
let me try to turn it up maybe. No, I don't hear anything.
Maybe it's just all in my head. I love the schematics. There's like a dog bone on the right there.
Yeah.
Like that's such cool detail.
Yeah.
It's
This
like
is
I
cool.
want to see like this is like a Super Metroid level, but instead of like Mother Brain, it's Mother Pug.
Yeah, it's like the pug statue is an artifact that they discovered
Or
and
the
they're like
Chozo
trying to
statues, and yeah,
they're trying to like analyze it.
yeah, this is super cool. I'm digging this. This is like, I love that the last few have been like totally out of left field with the concepts.
hmm
Yeah, no, I love sci-fi stuff, so this is totally up my field. Would I love to see maybe some of the schematic stuff moving a tad bit, especially here on like the computer screen, but
Yeah,
other than that, I mean, I think it's pretty spot on. It's pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
love the red and purplish lighting too.
Yeah.
Very dope. Oh no. Is this on like Hawaii Island or something?
Yeah.
There's like a
Volcanoes
volcano in
erupting.
the background, something breaking up.
Man.
That's like almost like Disney.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Disney
Moana,
characters.
maybe.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So only one person runs away and the rest of them are just like
they're just like, yeah, I'm cool with that.
it is what it is.
Well, another volcano. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I like the one on the left just throws her head back. It's like, oh god.
Yeah, just like, well, where you gonna run to? You're on the island, so
Yeah.
that one is neat. I know this was Sep when inside the Discord. She posted this one up. I think this was actually one of her first renders had an Unreal as well. We'll get to the next.
The alien, yeah.
Ah, snap.
That was good.
Oh man.
That's fun.
And they actually animated the cow because as it's getting lifted up, you can see.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's kicking.
So it's not just like stock animation. Like it's just cool. I almost wish this one had like some type of sound effects on it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, this one would totally play cool if it had some audio design.
That's great. What's a pug statue do in the middle of a cow field? Who knows? This
Yeah,
one's
it's all good.
this one's looking really cool. It looks super flat with the lighting though, I would say.
Yeah, maybe they just
Yeah.
used the skybox or something. Like if you could have, if you didn't want to use like the sunlight or anything like that, you could have used the HDR in the skybox, and that would have helped out a little bit with the lighting in there. Like just giving it a little bit of I don't even know what you would call it, but give it a better dramatic effect instead of being flat. But
Yeah, it's like the light's too intense or something like that. Or maybe need multiple light sources to add a little more contrast. But I'm liking how like you have the depth in the scene. In the top left, you have like all the vines connecting, so you get that really nice sense of depth. Foreground, middle ground, background.
and that might be the last one because
That's it.
I think so.
Until
Yeah.
we get more that are coming in before midnight tonight.
Well, there was this other folder here. Excuse me. So these ones are entries. I emailed all the people back. I hope they can re-enter because there's some cool stuff in here. They just didn't follow the rules with the camera and stuff. So I'll play through these ones here. We could kind of just see them, just so we can at least give them some love for at least entering, you know. Oh, let me see it.
Oh, we got his pin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I remember seeing this one. This is like it's like a cutscene in a video game.
Yeah, so I was like, there's some cool stuff going on in here. I just asked him if he could like submit another one at least and have it so it will flow with all the other montages there.
Yeah.
You doing a TikTok dance back there?
Yeah.
I mean, you know how the cult gets down.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh wow. That's awesome.
So yeah, definitely if you're out there and you're watching, definitely if you can resubmit and at least, you know, because we only see the pug statue here for like that first bit there. So
That rim light there. But yeah, it would be a shame if you put all this extra work, but all we needed was just the lock shot or the shot. Where is the pug in this one?
yeah, that's the
Yeah,
other
the
thing
pug.
there.
Can't
So
do the pug forest challenge if there's no pug.
yeah, this one didn't use the camera or the pug in there at all, which, I mean, they put in the effort. So that's what I would say. Like, if you're watching, hopefully, or you get the email back, just use the camera that we included and then put the pug statue where it's supposed to be, and you're solid. And then this one here, there's no camera movement at all, and they just centered everything out, which is a shame because it's a really nice scene. So
Yeah.
you know, there's still time. You have until midnight tonight to resubmit. So
Yeah, this looks great. Yeah, all we gotta do is just put in that camera view.
yeah,
Yep.
I mean, at least I wanted to show some love to the people that at least put in the effort. But yeah, if you guys could just follow the guidelines so we could get these into the montage, that'd be dope. Yeah, I mean, the texture on that statue is really, really nice, and you put the effort in making a really cool scene here. So, and if you don't know how to render out with the camera we submitted, I believe we went over that. Like, I did a tutorial on like how to get started, and then we did that like 2 to 3 hour one on EJ's YouTube channel as well. So you should be able to get the information you need out of there. Yeah, then this person actually hit me back and said they're going to resubmit because they didn't use the camera and whatnot. So
Yeah,
hopefully I
I'm
get
liking,
there.
really digging the atmosphere and everything.
Yeah.
My dream is to be the best
Yeah.
runner
What
of
is
all
this?
time.
Like people doing
I
full-on
challenge and
short
defeat
films. here.
anything or anyone. Who gets in my way? Ask the rabbit, he knows me. I am the world's greatest. Other people aren't working as much as I do. Well, because I don't actually see them at it. But here they are, at the finish line. Just when I thought I was the only one working hard. Gosh.
Okay, so they kind of got it at the end there.
Well, I guess if we, yeah, because it doesn't give us enough time to cut that in there. Because they had to they had a movement like right here. So if you could just send us this at least, just fully rendered out with the timing and everything, then maybe we could drop it in. But yeah, he went full on crazy with the VO and everything. And then this way, I don't know if it got inverted, maybe. Well, it looks like the pug statue is a little bit larger than
Yeah, I
it
don't know
should
if
be.
that's the camera move, but they moved the pug.
Yeah, so this one, I don't know if it's as easy as an invert and then putting the camera lens at what it should be, but yeah, I think that was it. So there was like 7 of them there that didn't contort to the guidelines there, but
One of them is in chat.
Oh, they were? Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's it, fellas. Thank you guys for joining on so you can watch some of that stuff. As we said, tonight's the deadline, midnight Pacific time. And so if you guys want to redo your entries or, you're still working on them, you have until tonight. And then for everybody here on the panel, I will get all these over to you. Let me see. I think somebody asked a question about submissions. Can you send your file through WeTransfer? Yeah, I would definitely use WeTransfer because I know a couple of submissions that I got to as well. Like when I click on a link, it says link is suspicious, in which I'm not going to download anything that suspicious activity. So if you want to resubmit and just use WeTransfer, usually that's pretty legit. But yeah, if I emailed you back and just asked you to resubmit, then please do so before tonight. All right, before we sign off, anybody else have anything to say?
Congratulations, everybody, for submitting, your scene. They're amazing. I'm so inspired, and I can't wait to kind of go through them again myself. And yeah, just really excited for all of you, and looking forward to putting these into a 3D light field display and enjoying them there as well, and getting one out to one of you lucky winners.
Yeah, man, the quality and the breadth of the submissions is super cool, like super inspiring, like incredible. That I don't know if some of those are their first Unreal renders, but some really cool, incredible shots there for sure. And I'm excited to see how many more submissions we'll get in the next. What we got? 10 hours to go. What is it? Actually, 11 if we're going by Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, got about 11 hours. I know somebody in the chat said they didn't know you couldn't move the camera, but yeah, use the camera that's provided inside the project file there, and you should be good to go.
Yeah, that was an incredible amount of work done in that amount of time. That was very impressive.
Yeah, and I know this was our first contest, so definitely looking forward to holding some more. I know we threw around the idea about maybe doing like a substance painter one, or maybe like a class simulation one. Like, I don't know. If you guys have any ideas out there, let us know, but definitely looking forward to pulling something off like this again.
For sure. And if you like the EJ Learns Unreal series with Winbush, now I want to do that particle one, and yeah, we could do a whole little series there.
Yeah, and somebody's asking any timeline on when the montage will come out. I would say give it a week or so, because we have to string them out and everything. First, we're going to do all the voting and everything and pick the winners, and then we'll do the montage with that. But maybe we can do the picking out the winners live. Not pick them out, but just announcing the winners live. We'll make it like a shorter stream or something like that, and then we'll upload the montage video as its own video on we could do it on my channel and EJ's channel. I don't know if you guys want to host it too on your channel, Puget, and then Leia as well. But yeah, we'll get it up there for all you guys to see everything in glorious 4K. Someone asked if they have to submit in 4K. I know everybody's computer specs are different. I've told people if you can at least do HD, I mean, that would be suffice, or even 2K. Like if you could render out 2K, that would be better. But we'll take 1080 if that's all your computer can output. I know everybody's not on high-end systems here. So, and then somebody down there said if you need any help with particles, make sure you ping them. So everybody that was out there having particle troubles, make sure you reach out to Stats down there. And yeah, I'm gonna go get some lunch. It's already 1 o'clock here, so
Yeah.
starving.
Speaking of particles,
Oh man.
food particles.
Cool. But yeah, thank you all for submitting. This was fun. Definitely, couldn't have made this contest happen without you guys. I got a lot more entries than I initially thought we would, just because of the scope of the project, asking everybody to use, strictly Unreal for this project to do their output and stuff like that. So it's been cool getting the emails of you guys showing out, is saying like this was your first time using Unreal, and this is the motivation that you needed to actually get something completed. This was a lot of you guys' first renders. And so hopefully this is a start of you guys, just utilizing other programs outside of your warehouse and your workflow, just because it's not only about Unreal. It's just about, for me, like I love seeing people use different programs inside the workflow so that they're familiar with different items, and that way you make yourself more valuable in the work field. If you have any type of problems, it's always about using the best program for that solution. And so it's not good to be pigeonholed in one thing. It's always good to, dabble in a bunch of things, just so you make yourself more versatile as an artist. So definitely glad to see more people, willing to jump in and learn new things, and definitely can't wait to announce the winners here at the end, because we have some cool prizes. We got Puget, we got with the 3090, we got Leia with the holographic loom pad, 1 year subscription to Max on One. So that's everything Cinema 4D, ZBrush, the whole Red Giant suite. There's probably some other stuff I'm missing in there, but you get a whole year of that. And then we also have the $1,000 worth of credits for the Unreal Marketplace. And then first, second, or third place will also get their choice of whatever they want from the Pixel Lab store. So a lot of cool stuff in store there. And yeah, can't wait to announce the winners here. So if anybody else has anything to say, if not, then we'll just sign off.
No.
Quick plug, we just put out an Unreal tutorial for getting started. If anybody out there has a Leia device already, check it out. Definitely can bring your scenes into the loom pad now.
Awesome. You guys good? You want to plug School of Motion or Puget Systems or anything?
I'm like the worst person to try to plug anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll plug.
You want to know about
Puget
hardware?
again.
I write articles for Puget Systems. PugetSystems.com.
Yeah, and actually, we at School of Motion have partnered with Puget for years now. They've been an awesome partner, and we've definitely done a lot of write-ups as far as like what's the best 3D rendering PC, what's the best After Effects machine, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to learn about that type of stuff, go and just search for Puget School of Motion Ultimate After Effects machine or Ultimate C4D machine. Haven't done an Unreal one yet, so maybe that'll be in the cards. But yeah, love Puget and all the support. Again, I'm on a Puget machine myself. It's incredible. First PC I've been on since like I was in college, and so I'm very thankful for all the folks at Puget to help me move off the Mac and have some like super powerful PC rendering power.
Awesome. And with that, I'm Winbush, and we're signing off because I got to eat. My stomach is killing me. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks again.